Hi, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode of the sound design series in Vital, we are going to make a soft pad inspired by the Ben Boomer sound. So it's very usable in melodic house, deep house, all the songs in the Anjunadeep style, but also in a synth pop because it's a very gentle sounding pad. So as always, let's listen on how it sounds. So a very soft pad. So remember, you can download this free preset in the description, and you can follow along the tutorial to understand on how it works. So let's start with the sound design. Let's open our init patch of Vital and select as our first oscillator, basic shape. We're going to use a triangle wave, so a little bit unusual for today. And we are going to reduce a little bit the level and increase the amount of unison. So let's put it at 3 voice and reduce the detuning amount at around 7% will be fine. Now we need a second oscillator that will be our bottom end. So we need a very strong sine wave that will be our almost as our sub bass. And we leave it central, so one voice of unison. Now let's route the two oscillator in our filter section. So analog 12 dB, so a very gentle filter. Reduce a little bit our resonance, and let's open at around the half. So now we have a very rumbling pad. For fixing this, we are going to FX section and activate our EQ. And let's cut the very bottom low end that we don't need because it's a pad. Now that we are in EQ, we can also boost a little bit of the high. For a little bit more sparkliness in the high end. Now we can go into our envelope section. Our main envelope, the envelope one, we need a very long pad sounding envelope. So we can increase a little bit our attack. And we need a very long decay at around 3 seconds. Let's reduce our sustain for a bit of movement and increase our release. Now let's go to the envelope number 2. That will be the envelope that controls our filter cutoff. And for this, I can make a very snappy envelope. So let's reduce our decay and drastically reduce our sustain. So we have a very short, snappy envelope that will be modulating the frequency cutoff of our filter. So let's route this to our filter, reduce a little bit the amount of modulation, and now we have this result. Let's increase a little bit of the decay for a little bit more smooth, gently movement. Now, as a final touch in the sound design part, we can increase our glide section at around the alpha. So we have a very nicey glide effect when the chord starts. And as always, we can add a little bit of delay in the FX section, reduce our mix level, and a very big reverb, lashy reverb. So let's cut a little bit of the low, also in the reverb. Let's increase the mix, the sides, and the time at around 3 seconds will be very good for this type of sound. And so that's it. That's the final result. Let's listen on how it sounds. So for this video is everything. Thank you again for following the tutorial. Remember, you can download the free preset in the description, and follow me on Instagram and all other social networks so you can enjoy a little bit more content of the channel. Thank you again. Bye.